Okay, I have never played Ys 1 before. I'm playing the Ys Chronicles version of it. I'm aware of Ys mostly through cultural osmosis. I had a friend who had a TurboGrafx and a bunch of Ys games that he was really into. Never played them myself, though, as a kid. My only experience with Ys as an adult is with the game Ys Origins, where it's kind of like an action RPG game. I guess this game was originally released in 1987. I'm playing the Chronicles Plus version released in 2013. I'm using the original chiptune audio because I like chiptunes and the 4:3 aspect ratio. So let's check it out. I think we said this one is the one that has the older like art style, and I'm probably just gonna play on normal. I don't know, given that the original game was 87, if the Chronicles version makes it playable without like cheating or continues or whatever. Oh, this is actually a widescreen, even though the game's not going to be. All right, well, I'm just gonna deal with it for now. I'll let you know if anything happens on this side of the screen, I guess. Playing around with the widescreen versus 480p settings when I was starting the game up. I really like this audio. I do hear a lot of Ys music on like video game radio stations like Rainwave, and it's pretty sick. I didn't know that the FMV would be widescreen regardless. Ancient East vanished. It's a banger song. It always makes me sad when sick like chiptunes get arranged. Like, it's fine if you're just doing it as like a cover or something, you're doing a concert, but when they actually like replace it with arranged audio in the original game, it makes me sad. This is a really good sound chip too. It's got more channels, more it can do than the NES sound chip. Be comparable like the Genesis. Is Ys Origin a remake of Ys 1? Or is it like Ys 0? There's a lot of Ys games. I don't know about any of it. Oh, wow. Thought I would immediately start in a dungeon. You're awake. Sleepy protagonist. Hey, Bucky, how you doing? Really like the sprite art. on Slaff. The Ray Bull that attacked you. Good name. The original game had this big frame like this. The repeating, like, bird audio. So this one didn't actually get an English. What was the first, like, localized into English East game? Was it a TurboGrafx game? I feel like at least one of them got ported to the NES or the Super Nintendo at some point. I remember meeting my friend who had a TurboGrafx growing up and having my mind blown. Like, this existed? I had no idea. I never saw commercials for it, never saw it in stores. Like, it was like meeting somebody from a different reality. Given that it was released in the West and had a bunch of games. Wonder why they added a thing that tries to update the anime art. Like, when we say updated, it just looks more like modern anime. Don't push your luck, okay? Okay, so how does saving work in this game? Have an inventory, files, okay. It will, really, that's surprising. Oh, this is cool. Woof, woof, woof. Is there generally stuff to find in like random dressers and barrels and stuff? Okay, save frequently. Wish I could put that information about my character's name and stats and the zone I'm in the giant frame at the bottom of the screen, but that's okay. Any murmurings about hysteria? Heard the land was cursed. Beto. There's significantly more like actual RPG talking to NPCs in this. I kind of got the sense that this series was all just like action dungeon crawling. I guess there was dialogue in East Origin. Oops. Stormwall appeared 6 months ago. That sucks. Trapped here. Yeah, I can advance the text with B without accidentally doing the next line of text again. Get the monsters out with a mystical bell. Fine red hair is a rarity here. It looks like there's nothing in barrels and stuff. Okay, that's what you said. Music is really great. How many sound channels does the PC-88 have? It's yet another console, Japan exclusive console that I'm not familiar with. It wasn't really a console, it was like a home computer, right? Like a Commodore 64 or an MSX computer. All we do is fish, fish, fish. Could never leave here, no matter the danger. Okay, can't get into the shop yet. Bump system. Adel attacks enemies by bumping into them. His sword is swung automatically without pressing any keys or buttons. I assume this is an East Chronicles thing. Determined by his trajectory and the angle of impact, a head-on strike will cause Adel to take damage. Don't attack head-on, attack off-center. That's so weird. No, I meant that big tutorial text that came up, I assume is unique to these Chronicles, because it doesn't match the art style of the game. Yeah. No kidding. Oh, geez. Well. And I'm dead. Alright. Lesson learned. Hopefully it doesn't actually matter that I talk to everybody. Save after each kill here. But I do want to get experience points and level up so that I don't die so quickly, I suppose. Such an interesting mechanic. I don't know if I've encountered it before. Alright, let's save when we get out here, because it's pretty dangerous even just coming outside. I noticed there was an option for 8 directional movement instead of 360 movement. Is that preferable for this system? Okay. Save after each one here. 2 experience points? Are you kidding me? Good God. Holy shit, okay. Take me a while. It wasn't supposed to be like a sword I'm supposed to get in the opening town, is there? It's a really interesting concept. There is one? Okay. I thought I talked to everybody. Is it based on talking to a person or just finding it somewhere? Let me get through all this text really quick just in case it matters. 6 gold. Some have to be selected twice. I guess you don't know if there's more dialogue behind a specific option. No, I don't know if he has anything new to say, so he doesn't have a weapon for me then? Speak with everybody in town. Okay, so he's not saving after talking to everybody. Alright, that's fine. I can roll with it really quick. God damn, it's mean. Okay. 1987. Do I have to exhaust dialogue with everybody else too? Like talk to them repeatedly until they start repeating? Okay, just talk to them once. I miss this place. Before the storm will appear, I can handle being poor, I hate being bored all the time. Talk to the dog just in case. One of those things where like this is like one of the only games you own, so you just either go out and grind forever doing no damage to the enemies that give 2 experience points each, or you just talk to everyone and then happen to talk to Slaff afterward. Crazy way to do super event flag. Did you flip every event flag for everyone in town? That's everybody. Let's see. I love a quick save button, but that's okay. I can live without it. Hey, Robin, how you doing? God, it must be someone I'm missing. Hey, there's someone on the roof of this building I need to talk to. Oh, cool. So will I get a new dialogue option once I've talked to everyone? Trying to think who I could have missed here. Let's try to scan. Let's all go in the same building. Okay. New stuff when I select nothing. Okay, talk to all of them for sure. And in that building. 21 people in the notebook. Okay, thanks. Let me take a look. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, but there's multiple. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so I think I do have 21, so let's see. You got an iron will, man. Maybe just what we need. Wow. Crazy. Thanks, man. Okay, let's save the game. Good God. This is great, though. I like playing older games like this, being like, what? Okay, and they still can't access the armory, right? That's by design. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. All right, let's go. Oh, do I have to equip it? Okay. I thought maybe it would just be automatic. Wait, oh, equip. Let's see. All right, he's holding it now, I see. Yeah, that does make a difference, okay. Makes a substantial difference. Oh, and I'm already dead. Okay. How much does healing cost in town? I'm sure that I can, like, afford to heal. It would be good to try to get a level up here, but they give so little XP. Oh my god. Oh, if you stand still, you heal? Oh, okay. That's cool. Generating health, no kidding. Okay. That changes the... I saw that I had 200 XP to level. I'm like, okay, well, each of these dudes has to give like 20 XP or maybe 10 XP each, right? Incorrect. I really like the soundtrack. It's good. Bump system, you say? There's supposed to be an armor shop in Minea, so... Never get on a boat. Are you a swordsman? Fortune teller lady's been looking for a traveling swordsman. Please go and see her. Oh ho ho, something you need? Red hair is rare around here. So am I gonna get note entries for all the NPCs in the game? That's not just like a first town thing? That's kind of a cool idea. Sapphire ring. Shit, I didn't mean to do that, but maybe that's good in case I'm in trouble. Use it too often or it'll shatter. Is the wing a consumable? They make it sound like you can use the mirror multiple times. Let's see. Does show up, that's cool. Alright, I probably shouldn't have bought it, but... in case I get in over my head, it'll be nice to have one. I do kind of like having like a thing that tracks all the NPCs you've met. Don't go to the mine. The monsters there are extremely powerful. You'll be killed for sure. They can't stand daylight. Kind of low life would just sell something that he finds. Okay, so somebody here is missing their ring. I see. Why a stranger? The bartender. Maybe you were casing the establishment. Garrick. You have a drink with me, sure. Okay, so I need to start a future Marstead text file like right now or we're gonna have a bad time. Hold on. East 1. Alright, him in second town has a sapphire ring probably dropped by someone. Muscular man, Garrick, not Star Trek Garrick. Second town bar wants, what did he want? A Rada tree C. Okay. You're out a humble patron of this fine watering hole. Oh, okay. Well, there's the long search is over. Unis, one-eyed man in bar is the one missing sapphire ring. Maybe I want to go turn that in really quick and go grind up the money to trade it. But I get so little money per kill right now. Fortune teller house. Is Darm Tower where we went in East Origin? I barely remember that game. Okay. The path around the walls is narrow. We don't want to compromise the wall structure. Wow. A lampshade. Incredible. I see. That's cool. Silver sword used to defeat the army of monsters a long time ago. Okay. Sure, that's never going to come up again. Get your equipment in order. Okay. Fortune teller wants me to get equipment for visiting her. One of the reasons I came here, so that's fine. Oh, that silver sword thing's never going to come up again. Real debonair with a black cape. His eyes are almost inhuman. I kind of like this bump system. It makes combat really scary. I imagine. Okay, so I could have come here and bought a sword, not got the free one in the starting town. My shipment washed ashore. Talwar sword shipment washed ashore, perhaps? Maybe a free one? 2,000 gold. 500 gold. Okay, so you can get a sword. It's just 500 gold is a brutal cost at the beginning of the game when you get 2 gold per enemy kill. Offense is a great luxury, but defense is an absolute necessity. Knitted chain. 400 gold. Okay, that's acceptable. 2,000 gold. I could try to save up for the plate mail. 5,000. How much does stuff sell for if you try to sell stuff back? God damn. Okay, well, let's see. I might try to grind up the money to buy one of the better ones. If I was able to afford getting the shield and the armor, I would do that right away. Oops. Is there any free way to get the armor and shield, or is you'll need a free sword? I don't mind asking stuff like that. I'm Dr. Klaus. Silver Harmonica has been stolen. Okay. Reah, northeast of town. Second town has... It's missing Silver Harmonica. Weapon shop. Longsword is 2k GP. Armor shop. Plate is 2k. Reflex is 5k. Vagullion. No free way to get the armor or shield. Okay. Man Mash. He sold the silver shield that's been in my... Okay. Old Man Mash, second town, doctor office, wants silver shield. You must double down. I don't know if that's like an enemy type or something. What are we doing on people here? Okay, so if there's a gap in the list, does that imply it must be someone in this town? It's like I might be missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NPCs here. I see. Okay. Let's save really quick after talking to all those people. That's suspicious as hell. Okay. Pray at the wall. Hold the B button for 45 seconds. Let me see how tolerable it is to try to grind for the armor here. Talk to that guy already. see if there's anyone else I'm obviously missing here. I think I've been in all the buildings as best I can. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, would someone mind checking for me? So I would just to know on the notes, there's an NPC after Cornell and before Hans, and 2 NPCs after Garrick but before Minor Doug. It makes it sound like they have to be in the bar somewhere. I just want to know if I'm able to reach them and just miss them somehow. I think I talked to everyone here already. Or maybe I didn't. Okay, so I might only be missing one then. Yeah, okay, so I want to know the one between Cornell and Hans. Aurora, Cornell, Hans, Haystack. So they're all people who are outside. That's Hans. It's a kid somewhere. Johan. Okay. And they're outside, I assume. Aha! Okay. Thanks. Reesh. Cool. Alright, excellent. Let's see how tolerable grinding is here. I wonder how much even getting an like a single level up makes a difference here. Do they regen health too? It doesn't look like it. Ooh. Chill out. It did in the first town, so I'm going to be completing it now, just in case anything requires me to talk to somebody later. Whoop. You die fast in this game. Like that. Actually, they drop an okay amount of gold. Trying to decide if I can get money faster by buying the weaker armor. If I can just kind of like rush these guys without having to pause to heal constantly. Okay, there's some angles that are really good, it seems like. It's gotta be a crazy speedrun game, because I imagine it's all reflexes. Shit. You can't really get him from behind easily, it seems like. I guess part of it is realizing that you've committed on a line that's going to get you killed and you have to like back up and heal. Sometimes it's hard to tell that you're in trouble. Really excited to get just one level up here. Shit. Balls. Yeah, they're pretty precise. Shit. God damn. Is the longsword just strictly better damage than the short sword? I have to decide if I want to go for the sword instead. If they were to die in one hit, or even one fewer hit, that would be a pretty big difference. Okay. Are there only 3 weapons in the game and 3 armors? Or I guess maybe you can find some later on in dungeons and stuff? Okay, we're halfway to a level up. This can happen. Okay. It's really hard to get that angle right. It's kind of crazy, actually, how hard it is. I think even getting more max health is going to be a big deal, which I assume comes from leveling up. I don't know if leveling up does anything other than max health, though, which is going to be fun to find out. It would affect my damage or whatever. I don't need to save on all these different slots. It's not like I'm going to load to an earlier save. Like I should maybe get used to using... I wasn't sure if the D-pad was correct, because I can do a fixed 8 diagonal system, or 8 directional system if I use the D-pad instead of the analog stick. But I don't know if that makes it easier or harder to get the angle that I need. I'll just start saving up here, I guess, and stay on that one. Diagonal might be easier. Actually, okay, that's good. So it's not just hitting them at a diagonal, but it's hitting them in like the corner of their model, right? That makes sense. It's blood effects. I had no idea that the earlier East games had this combat system. That's crazy. It makes sense. It's very different. It's neat to do something that's so different, to try to optimize around it. It's pretty miserable when you first start and you're like, what is this? $42 XP to go. I am getting precious money. It's just it's very slow. 10 gold per kill? Okay, so money is much more reasonable to go for. Nice. I think that's more than what the Ent guys were dropping. I think they were like 2 GP per kill. I have a sinking suspicion that the level up is just going to be extra max health, which is still a big deal. Because right now, if I like don't think about the fact that I'm taking damage, I die by the time I notice that it's happening, like right there. So like having more max health so I have more of a room for error would be really nice. Why is part of my health in bright red, but part of my health is in dark red when I do damage? Is that like a different mechanic that's gonna come up later? Fucking hell. Oh, it just represents the last damage taken. Okay. Early Bloodborne regain mechanic. So can they hit me for more damage based on the angle they're bumping into me? Looks like backstabbing is not super reliable. Shit. Two XP. We're so close. Their angle doesn't matter. Level up. Okay, so I do have more health. Substantially more health. So that's huge. And I do more damage? Oh my god. Okay. This is fine now. Fuck you guys. Wow. Call that breakpoint grinding. Alright. Whew. Alright, so we're gonna get this 2000 GP. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. It should be much easier now that they actually die in a reasonable amount of time. It looks like it also affects my defense. I was in the mode of like, okay, what's the meanest thing they could do? The meanest thing they could do is making it so that leveling up only affects your HP. I could probably try to find a nastier enemy now. This is pretty quick. I want to go turn in this Sapphire ring and see what it does. This is so great. So I imagine the speedrun needs to get levels pretty early, or maybe it just avoids combat entirely for a bunch of the game and tries to get there with found equipment. Night and day, wow. Now I can actually just trade damage just in the interest of speed. Now that I don't die in like 2 hits. "43 minutes, no kidding." Do the different difficulty settings just change the amount of damage they hit for? Normal seems pretty hard by default. Let's see. I'm gonna get another level up here because it's so much faster now. Trying to get up to 2,000 gold. What I think I'll do is I'm gonna go into town, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna try to figure out what this Sapphire ring does for turning it in. And if it's really good, I'll roll with it. If it's not, I'll reload and spend 2,000 on the armor. Trying to decide if I want the weapon instead. I feel like damage is huge. If they die in 1 hit, that's so much less damage taken for me. Was he when he was talking about the Talwar shipment getting lost on the beach? It sounded like a hint that I could find a free Talwar somewhere. Is that true? Oh, you got 2,000 now. Okay. Let's see. Minea. What's up, bud? Ho ho ho, thank you. I can, okay. Try to live with what I got then. No, I can face my wife again. Oh, hey! Hell yeah. Alright, well that's a pretty good deal. Let's review what else is going on here. $6,000 gold. I'll just do this. I could grind up to reflex. I'd like to keep the stream going here. And then I think I need 700 for the small shield so I can go talk to the fortune teller. I see. I imagine money is easier once you're actually able to nuke guys. The beginning of the game is really brutal with gear. Alright, take very little damage from them now. Let's get 700 and we'll move along. I guess I'll go ahead and grind out the level up too, because it's not that far off. They give more XP now? Or were they always giving 4 and I was thinking of the Ent giving 2? I see, okay. The fact that I can just run into them now without worrying about damage taken changes things a lot. Alright, there we go. I guess I should have seen how much the second shield was, but it's fine. I can make that happen. 700 is so expensive. Let me do that really quick. 6,000 I can't really justify though. I'll go explore a little bit further out to see if I can find any new shit. There's enemies that are easier for me to kill now that I have the armor. And I'm like a much higher level. It's the mines that I'm gonna get annihilated, they said. Rastin Mine is north. See a chest. This game's really open. I'm kind of impressed by that. See why the speed runs so fast. Okay, there's like a hellhound looking thing. Didn't see how much XP it gave, but it died really easily. These guys have a oh shit, they're not fucking around. Holy shit. I think I can respawn that wolf if I get the angle right. 770, 1006. So 6 XP. 14 gold. I was actually doing 0 damage to them. Oh, damn. So damage is like subtracting, like enemies just have hard damage reduction that I overcome with level ups, I assume. A combination of level ups and gear. Hellhounds are easy. I'm trying to get to those chests I saw. I imagine they would not be so easy if I didn't have the armor. Bestiary potion. Inside undefeated enemies. So is it a consumable, or is it just I've unlocked the bestiary now essentially? You consume it once, no reason not to use it. Okay. Oh, I see, wait. It's like an equipable? Add it to my notes, maybe? Can't be that many NPCs. I've already met most of the NPCs in the game. Oh, you use it instead of equip it? Oh, weird. Okay, hold on. You try to find it. Okay, so I've got D-pad, left bumper, left trigger, right bumper. Y is the inventory. B is walk, run. A does nothing. There we go, X. More aware of the threats around him. Okay. So now I can see their defense values when I kill them, essentially, or hit them. That's cool. Really thought there'd be a way around through here. I guess not. Oh, that's cool. More stats the more of them you kill. That's pretty neat. Roda tree. Oh, can I get the seeds from this thing? Whoa, graphics. So now I can see the defense. Gotcha. Right. It's locked. Roda tree, east, southeast, mines, locked chest, northwest of Roda tree. So like the strength value is only useful. I can't see my defense. Oh no, I can. 65. Okay. So is it literally just subtracting one from the other and then like making sure you take a minimum of 1 damage or something? I see the XP curve went way up here. So maybe they wanted me to get to this level early and then just kind of play from there. Gotcha, okay. But I guess I can do 0 damage even if the computer always does at least 1. think they kept this your level matters a ton thing into the later games, because East Origin I seem to remember needing to get a level up just to make a boss fight doable. Zepik Village. Alright, this might be the rest of the NPCs in the game. 2 goddesses who saved the country from a great cataclysm. Disappeared again. I feel like going from level 1 to level 2 is the most insane increase I've ever seen in a video game. They really make it hard, too, without the sword. I guess it's kind of a tutorial almost for the combat system. It really makes sure you understand the core mechanic. Because if you started at level 2, you could probably get away with just bumping into enemies head-on and not realizing that that was causing a problem. Chasing a man in a black cape. Okay. Familiar story. Okay, so Zafi Village. Treasure equals silver bell. Lots of things are silver in this game. Or Zepik Village, whatever. Leader Goban. Keep away from the shrine in the mountain. It's haunted by hooded ghouls. Do you like playing older games like this before we had kind of coalesced on the rules of fair game design? Because it feels kind of cool to have these, like, areas that are designed to just absolutely fucking annihilate you, and you can just go there. I guess games are coming back to doing stuff like that again, but... yeah, just going to, I'm saving up for a shield so she'll talk to me. Mayor Robles. Yes. Silver bell has been stolen by thieves. Okay. Which says silver bell stolen. Okay, let's see. Did I get everybody? Missing someone between Demi and Granny Lucia. And that's it. So maybe they're in the same general area. These people are all outside. Talk to her. Fishing guy, maybe? Hey, found him. Alright. That's almost all the NPCs in the game. There's just 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. No shops here, it seems like. Would like to find an enemy that's tougher than the Hellhounds, but not gonna one-shot me. Go up here and see what I can find out. Fuck that guy up. 536, 1583. Okay, so 8 XP. Way more gold. It's like 25 gold per kill. I could easily get all the upgrades fighting these guys because they're very easy. I'll keep exploring though, because there might be an even easier guy around a corner somewhere, right? I love walking up into a door and then immediately being in a zone where you have to face down. Save. I don't want to be too excited here. Huh. So light beam on that one. I'm not supposed to be able to do anything in the shrine yet, I guess. Thieves Den. Morgan the Thief. This might be the last 7 NPCs in the game. Something we would never do. There is honor among thieves. We only steal from those who make their money by the blood and sweat of honest workers. Hell yeah. Interesting. Door didn't budge, no keyhole. I like how mysterious this game world is. I'm guessing the fortune teller does a lot to help you to know what to do. I'm gonna keep looking to see if I can find an enemy that's a little bit harder than these guys before I commit to farming them. I could farm them without too much trouble. Wasn't the thieves? The man in the black cape. Okay. Told me about the black cape earlier. It's here somewhere. See if I run into the guy up here somewhere. It's really annoying. This guy can't do anything with the Black Cape guy yet. Alright. I'll keep looking around. Feel out where I can and can't get away with visiting. If I have to farm those guys, I will. Should be fine. What are we up to on the notes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I could go tell the thief guy that it's the guy in a black cape and see if he knows what I'm talking about. Let me do that really quick. If you play on the hardest difficulty, like, do you get as insane of an increase from the first level? Is the first level always ridiculous? I'm just wondering if the hardest difficulty is like, you have to get like 4 levels before you can actually start farming safely. Black Cape Man. Okay, so he says they're also looking for the Black Cape Man. Totally not Sephiroth. Fair enough. Might quickly squeeze out the level up here, and I have to kill 20 of them. Path I miss? Oh yes. Oh no, it doesn't go to anything. A guy down there. Nice, okay. I can see if I can damage those cave enemies. Probably not, but... Yeah, Goddess is Goddess has got it. Weird to let me do that. Okay. Still expect to get annihilated, but I'm curious. That's still 0, wow. Alright. Bunch of little breadcrumbs everywhere. Other Roda tree. What is this guy? Oh, sorry! Oh, I just wanted to talk to a little friend. It gives 1 XP. Is this supposed to be your training method? supposed to go find the little hamster and level up on the hamster in total safety. I guess it's a training method. So it's really funny to me that there's like a super weak enemy and it's not on the first screen of the game. I haven't encountered it until an hour in. Farm animal in the pens in the first time. Can you fight them in the town? I see. I haven't found an enemy stronger than the... Well, I was calling them thieves. I guess they're more like knights. I'm not going to call it yet. So I have other places on the map to explore first. There was terribly much else in this zone other than going back to Barbados. Yeah, I don't know if the signs would tell me if there were other points of interest. Just gonna thoroughly explore this area and then we'll go back somewhere. I see the little animals you're talking about. I only need to kill like 100 knight guys to afford the most expensive shield, and I won't have to worry about upgrading a shield ever again, so I think I'll go do that. And then once I have the best shield, we'll move along with what the story wants me to do. Go talk to the fortune teller. I really like that your movement in this game is insanely fast. It's kind of surprising, actually. I guess in my head I always imagine East to be like a almost Zelda-like. And the fact that enemies just die when you bump into them picks up the pace even more. I guess my current circumstance is like the dream where the enemies I'm farming die in one hit and I'm not having to bump against them multiple times. That was brutal at the beginning when I did. Oh, crud. Oh, I guess I can see what the names of the knights are. Is the max information you can have HP, strength, and defense? Can I see that in my notes now or something? Select on the notes screen. Let's see. Bumpers, Y, X, A. Oh, push in right stick. Okay, hold on. Bestiary, push in right stick on notes screen. Obnoxiously cute and tender little body. Adorably delicious. Dwarf from the plains. May present a challenge at first, but will quickly become a pushover. No fucking kidding. Ray balls are the dogs. So it's literally just armor. You get those fun Zelda-like what sound like nonsense names. Are Zelda monsters like, I don't know, Keese or Gibdo? Like, are those nonsense words in Japanese as well, or does Gibdo mean mummy? They just didn't localize it. This should be relatively quick. That's the highest concentration of them that I've found. 3 in the same area. Oh, these might be better, actually. Because this one's tightly locked onto part of the bridge. To go to respawn all 3 of them here. Oh, really? Getting to 6,000 gold is what we're doing here. I don't know if their respawn condition is based on my physical distance from them or the amount of distance the screen has scrolled. Mole is always a worm. I see. Well, this might be the dream if I can do this. Yeah, let's do this. Find the exact spot where the guy in the bridge respawns. You have no health at the beginning of this game. It's crazy. Like, that first, like, 30 minutes of the game where you die in, like, 2 hits, and it's really annoying to kill even a single goblin, or I guess dwarf. It's very memorable. I do like breakpoint grinding like that. I feel like a lot of modern games have decided to eschew that for what I think is generally a good reason, but... RuneScape has several variants of breakpoint grinding. Sometimes it's like when you get to this level, everything gets 10 times faster, or you get to this level, everything gets more efficient, or less attentive, or my favorite, you get to this level and you never have to fucking do something that's miserable ever again. So you kind of have a combination of those 2 things in this one. I never have to do that bouncing off enemies. Well, I guess I have an option for grinding if I want one. Like, there's probably an enemy later on that I would fight the way I was fighting the dwarf guys at the beginning of the game. But I could still choose to come back and just farm something easier if I wanted to, and there was no option to choose something easier at the start of the game. That was the easiest thing. Okay, let's roll out of here now. I can go get my shield, talk to the fortune teller, and see what's next. Was it 7k? I thought it was 6k for the big shield. Let me make sure. I don't want to have to walk all the way back here. Can you not hold more than 9,999 gold? I guess maybe the digit could go to the right there. I forget if that was the chest piece. I want to get the shield first because I need that to talk to the fortune teller, and I'd like to not have to worry about replacing the shield later. Save really quick since I haven't in a minute. In case there's like a weird secretive mana thing where like a black rabbit can spawn and just one-shot me. Okay, we can get out of here now. Get on my way out and heal really quick. This game's fun though, I'm enjoying it. I was a little shocked in the first combat encounter, like, whoa. They offer the Ent, and it's like not materially easier than the dwarf. Yeah, no problem. Bounce off it, Curious if the sword merchant here somewhere. Me? I'm Dr. Klaus. I talked to him about that locked chest I found, maybe. Fine. Oh, he's missable. I just want to make sure I talk to everybody on the off chance there was another NPC who did something different based on who I'd met before. Yeah, 6k, okay. So if I get up to 2,000, maybe I'll buy the longsword. And then I need 5,000 for the reflex. I like the art for these, they look cool. Oh, you get a little shield. It's cute. Alright, I did the thing you wanted me to do. Wait. Familiar with the Book of East? No. Ancient kingdom that existed ages ago. 6 book detail the reason for East's fall from grace. One of the books is in the mountain shrine. Yes, I will. Ah, okay, cool. Jeba, okay. Save. I assume shields just affect your defense value. It's just another thing that helps with defense. Okay. No special effects for like head-on attacks or anything like that. Maybe I'll run into the Black Cape Man now. I'm too far south, actually. Let's see. Sure, this isn't an area I neglected before, though. It's just this tree. Okay. Saw that. Golden vase. That's fucking hidden. I barely noticed it. What is that? Just in my peripheral vision. As a hole for some variety of ornaments. Interesting. Literally only exists for selling. Can you, like, put the ornament in it to make it sell for more? How much does it sell for? Okay, so Jeba is indoors. She's an old lady. First try. Oh, thanks. Preesh. Solomon Shrine. Okay, I'm as prepared as I'm gonna be. I'm working for it. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Well, maybe I can use that to buy the armor. I'll get the sword upgrade last, since it seemed to be doing fine on offense at the moment. The off chance that I happen to run into can use my words here. So off chance that I run into the Talwar sword Talwar. Oh, hello. You're different now. Oh, that's interesting. That's only for selling the urn to him. Okay, man, there's a chest and shrine that's locked. Oh, really? So I could have been saving a bunch of money on the stuff I've been buying so far. Oh, but only for him. Okay. So I could have saved money on the ring. Ruby has been obtained. Oh, can I put that in the... It was RE4. Oh yeah, putting gems in. Yeah, okay. They make it seem like I can combine it to sulfur bore, right? That was unreasonable. Use the shrine key. Oh shit. Damn. When my regen is off while I'm in a boss fight, I guess. God damn. Okay. First try. I'm glad I got that shield. Jesus. That's cool. Okay. Kill a bunch of these guys. Figure out what their deal is. I figured, well, the reason I spent so much time leveling right away, I'm like, okay, this game is conveying to me that it's going to be a pain in the ass. Out of curiosity, I don't know the XP until I get enough kills. I guess I can just look at the bottom of the screen. 2590, 1700. So 40 XP, 50 gold, much better than what I was doing before. Cell is locked. Music is sweet. Another locked chest. Still have the key equipped. Doesn't seem like it works on those doors. Did it actually require me to have the shrine key equipped earlier to open that door? Okay. Oh, here we go. About to write that floor off. Guy's slightly more dangerous. Prison key. They kept that like sound effect throughout the series. That sounds very iconic. It's cool. Cell doors, I assume, but treasure box key. Does it get consumed or something? Can I just open all of them now? Sick. A few to grab. Hey, we got the silver bell back. Okay, well, I might leave the dungeon and go grab that chest out on the waterfront from a while ago. Great music. There's one on the floor above here. And another one 2 floors above, I think. And then there was the one on the river side from forever ago. Yeah, this game holds up really well. Did they make any significant mechanical changes with Chronicles? I assume no, if level 1 still works the same way. I call up my friend with the TurboGrafx and say I understand East now. Smoother. Okay, so this stuff is all the ruby, the necklace, and the golden vase are all just for selling for money. Who are you? Shit, but she has health. Mask of Eyes. Hides enemies but reveals secrets. Whoa. That's a cool concept. Well, let's not use that right now while I need to keep her from dying. The only thing that doesn't really hold up for me is the basic, like, maze layout of the rooms is kind of random and uninspired, but still really impressive for 87. Again, if there was another locked chest in this first entrance, there was. Shield ring. Let's see. Oh, is it equipment? Oh. Reduces all damage received by 1/2. Sweet. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about the enemies immediately outside here. Rings don't work in boss fights. All right. Has a fever. It's a strange story. The sacred inner sanctum, sealed under the shrine for so long, becoming home to monsters, and a girl imprisoned there. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go grab this chest that I left behind. Then I might go sell some stuff to buy things in the second town. Oh, let me go turn in the bell as well. Curiosity, she's another NPC here. Feena. Okay, 3 to go. Power ring, oh right. Doubles your strength. Okay, so we want, I guess, less damage right now while I'm one-shotting stuff, but maybe that's enough for me to kill the mine creatures. We'll take a look at them in a second. I want to see if this chest out here happens to have the Talwar in it. It's near here. I think I have to go all the way down and around. Good classic secret, too, of a chest you can see from across the river, so you have to wonder, okay, how do I get there? I like that you only regen health on the world map. That's when you're outdoors. It's smart. Piece of paper. Ah. Okay, well I can think of at least one NPC to take that to, right? It's there's an old guy in the third town. He enjoys the sun. I thought it was one of those old men, but the description doesn't make them sound as useful as I thought they might be. I thought we met somebody who said that they were like a scholar. Maybe Old Man Franz? Okay. He's in the second town, in the bar, I think. Close to a level up. So I'm gonna try fighting the mines enemies with the ring. I should get a level up first. Squeeze out this level really quick from these hellhounds. Nice. It seems almost impossible that first boss to damage it without taking damage. It's kind of an interesting choice. You need to have a good amount of defense to have a chance to beat it, it seems like. This guy. This is not him. Is there a specific NPC I have to bring that note, that piece of paper to? I need another item first, okay. So it's like an extra 200. It's only a 10% difference. I might not bother for the other ones. We'll see here. You drive a good bargain. What a weird mechanic that, like, no one would ever encounter, I feel like. Oh, it counts for everything? Okay, gotcha, thanks. The whole I can't give you a better deal comment. Does that not work on bosses, the mirror? Okay. You daft? May as well. Can I only have one of each item, or can I have multiple wings or whatever? One at a time, okay. Not a significant increase. Plus 10 offense versus what I've gotten from leveling up, but still. Okay. Wait, there's not a new town I'm going to encounter soon that has a better gear, but what are you going to do? Right, I'm going to see. We're just going to try the mines. I know that's not where I should be for progress, but I just want to... I'm curious if I can kill them yet. With all these level ups in this ring. I should do like 1 damage now. I can hit them a little bit. Because it's indoors, I don't regen health in there. Okay. Let's see how much XP and gold I get. So 5936, 1644. Probably not worth the huge regen pain there. So 200 XP per kill, 200 gold per kill. Dang. I wonder if there's any like upgrades in here. Oh, jeez. Heal potion. You said no item usage whatsoever in boss fights. That includes like potions and the like. Gotcha. Timer ring. Oh, that's interesting. And the way this game works, I can see that being pretty useful, actually. Whoa. I love you drop your shit when you die. That's funny. I guess you could just like sprint in here, right? Immediately at the start of the game. Introduce my damage. Just try to get that ring and just juke everything. Yeah, I would probably have that on in any circumstance where doing the double damage doesn't matter. Oh, it could have been locked. Okay. You want to explore a little bit more in there. Might have been the only... Is that all that's in here? Is those two chests? I don't think you're intended to be using a region for healing on the world map. Ooh. Fuck, I just spent money. Was just saying I hope that doesn't happen. Whatever, I already got... I get so much money in here anyway that the amount it costs me is kind of insubstantial, so... I imagine I'm supposed to do stuff here for story reasons later. Ooh, spooky. Oh, really? There's not gonna be any other shops later in the game to spend money on? Okay, I don't feel bad about it then. No new enemies back that way, so at least I can farm here if I have to. Oh, they do. Maybe I'll explore a little bit more then. It's a nice touch. If I get to a boss, I'll probably bounce. I don't think I can handle a boss. Oh god. It's a little scary looking. He's not a friend, it turns out. That guy's really not a friend. Holy crap. Okay. Fucked me up too much. See how much the half enemy move speed helps me here. Probably makes it substantially easier for me to get the right angle and kill him quickly. It feels like you take damage practically every frame while you're pushing into them, though. Let's see if there's any, like, chests to find up here. And try to speed through that whole last room and see if there's another chest, and if not, I'll bounce and go back to where I'm supposed to be. But I like exploring areas I'm not supposed to be in. I love how gated this place is. It was really just inaccessible for a very long time. It's cool to me. Wing can get me out of here even if I'm pretty deep, and I guess I can repay the cost of that pretty cheaply. Okay, I see a chest. See a scary skeleton guy that I can't deal with easily. So I got the silver harmonica. I know how to take that. Oh, okay. Well, I know where to take it. I think I might be able to kill if I have double damage. Let's see. Nope. Oh. Hell no. Definitely not. Okay. Let's keep the half damage then. Hey, in order to take that too. So much stuff I know what to do with. Fuck. Okay, now I think it's time to go. Try to get out of here. Using, well, I guess the wing is so trivial to replace, I may as well just use it for extreme convenience, if nothing else. Okay. Don't know what the, oh yeah, right, the reveal secrets. So maybe I should have that on. I don't know where I need to go to look for secrets as part of it. Hides NPCs too. It's pretty funny. Let's see. Wing. No problem. Okay, so we gotta do something in the bar here. We gotta talk to this lady up here. Wait, she was here. Or she... I thought she was in this first town, in this corner up by this door. Here she is. Found my harmonica. Some XP for that, that's cool. Adel Kristen. Graphics. Do something with the trees now, maybe. So did I get like some XP for turning in the piece of paper as well? Okay. That's cool. Oh. Interesting. The eastern sky is stained in red, the western sky is blue. Between the lands of light and shade, my dreams are born anew. Hear the melodies of birds, taste the fresh spring air. I see the silent Roda tree, feel I've once been there. Sight is all I'd ever need, cry until the dawn, and the lost eternity of man depicted thereupon. Feel the bird its wings aloft en route to clearer skies, 2 moons that wax and wane out west, while east the sun doth rise. I'm gonna get a screenshot of this in case it's glued to something later. Okay. Feena. Oh, she knows Feena. Interesting. No problem. That's cool. Alright, seed goes to the guy in the pub. Yeah, what does this sign mean? Oh, it's healing. That's right. Is that a Roda tree seed? It's good to know that it's real. By then I'll be ready. Interesting. So you can eat it yourself, I guess. What else do I have here? Nothing immediately relevant, I don't think. Okay. Alright, I'm curious on the Bestiary here. No brow, I didn't get enough kills. 200 XP. I didn't get enough kills in anything else. Okay. Alright, I don't think I have to go back to the starting town for anything, so I'm just gonna move along, bought everything there is to buy. I guess other than the cheaper armor. Let's go to the dungeon I'm actually supposed to go to. It's interesting that rings don't work in boss fights. I guess either the double damage or half damage rings would kind of trivialize a lot. Yeah, sure. Is it already accessible to me? I thought it would be like washed up on a shore somewhere, but I think I've been to all the shores. Fishing guy, maybe? Oh, it's in the starting town, really? Do Has it been available from the very beginning or only after I first went to the second town? Ah, okay. So I haven't been like going without it for a really long time. I guess I could save money on buying the 2000 GP longsword, but it's fine. Is level 10 max level? I guess that's when my health bar will be full. Gotcha. At that point, I know that I can't win just through gaining levels and grinding. Extremely funny that you don't start with a weapon. I guess even in the base game it wouldn't have had that little tutorial that explains how bumping works, so you just walk into an enemy and die and you're like, what the fuck? I'm sure it was in the manual, but still. Kind of fairy tale. Are we in a magical fantasy land built for someone's amusement? Whoa. Yeah, I never would have thought to do this under any circumstances, so thanks for just bringing it up. Gonna open the shop. Thanks. Thanks, Slaff. You are a riddle wrapped in an enigma. I guess those are all presented as secrets. I guess what you're supposed to do is go out, like, I'm trying to imagine, like, what are they envisioning players do realistically? They don't envision that they get the sword from him. They envision that they come out in the field, get annihilated by the enemies, so they just dodge them because it's easy to dodge them. You get to the second town, you have enough money to buy the sword. Hopefully you don't waste the money on something else, right? Buying the shield first. Oh, the hospital? Okay. I forget which one was the hospital. It's where I'd started, right? That sword. Must be a person here. All right, no worries. Equip it, right? Yeah. Okay. Back to the intended dungeon. And the bumping system as the core combat system is East 1 and 2, but then 3 has like an attack button, like Zelda. Oh, interesting. Check the trees while I'm here. Just south, I think. Nope, same cutscene. Thought I'd check. Since her poem mentioned it. Interesting. Oh, really? It's not for turn into somebody else? I guess the fact that the guy mentioned it made me think it would come up again later. Ah. Darkness again stirs in the world. Brings another nightmare to East. O swordsman, thy journey begins now. Silver light beckons both hope and destruction. Like having all these really important items in just random ass chests. It's not thy way, lose not thy will. Long time ago I did East Origin. Don't remember anything from it. Oh. I have found the second tree, right? It's like in the northwest. Fairly substantial increase. To find it before I move on. I thought it was like somewhere northwest. So if you know all this stuff, it sounds like you can kind of run into the mines, dodge all the enemies, get a bunch of stuff from the chests. Get a lot of money for free by finding things that you can sell. There it is. Understand our words. Roda. The twin trees, born of the goddesses in the time of Ys. Felt the joyous timbre. That melody can awaken even the forest itself. Huh. Okay, so you only get the sword from one. Second one's just lore, I guess. He mentions a melody, so I can go talk to the lady again in the second town. I see. Okay. Thought I'd check. Alright, we can go to the actual dungeon now. I think I could have slightly avoided, maybe saved like 30 minutes of farming by finding some of the stuff that you can sell for money, or... But I think killing that boss and then getting the loot further inside the dungeon was pretty necessary, and I don't know that I could have killed it without all the level ups and upgrades that I had, so... She probably hasn't changed, because time hasn't actually passed. Oh, she is up. Alright. Bye. Talk to the thieves really quick, just in case turning in the silver bell changes anything for them. Probably not. Hidden doors. So it lets you see hidden doors. If you bump into an enemy while it's on, do you still damage the enemy? Okay, yes. Really surprised there's not a door there. Oh, sure. They're just the one. So there's one in this dungeon. Have I already passed it, or is it on a floor I've already been on before this one? All the music in this game, I really like this dungeon theme, though. It's good. Got that Genesis bass. Ivory Key. I guess if I move on from the floor it was supposed to be on without finding it, just let me know, that's fine. Oh, it's mandatory, okay. On that guy's silver shield. Different chest. These are totally different rooms that I'm going back and forth between, okay. Backup heal potion. All right. So I get out of there. Gotta be somewhere in this general area, right? Otherwise I just keep looping around. where I came down from, right? Is it this floor that I'm on right now? This is where I get into a loop. But not before it's before teleporting, right? Oh, it is after teleporting? I thought that was technically taking me to a totally different floor. Potion. Was that it right there? I see the slight discoloration. Gotcha. Good intuition. Just in case. Long hallway there. It's a nice touch. Spooky guy. Book of East. Let's buy another one of those. Save myself some walking. Replace my wing. Oops, not that. I guess if I had haggled for the ring, I only would have gotten 100 off, which isn't that big of a deal. Sara was murdered. What? That poor woman. Their Book of East. Abandoned mine. Okay. It actually makes me wonder if this game originally had a more aggressive, like a more ambitious plan for its scope, and then like had to kind of wrap things up. Let's go to the scary mine now. At the beginning of the game, I was like, holy shit, there's all these books I gotta find, and it really doesn't seem like a 7-hour game. Alright, let's see how this goes. I think I keep the shield ring. Well, we'll see if the power ring one-shots them, then that's worth doing. Yeah. He's somewhat close to a level up now, so I should try to kill things. Pretty big defensive difference from when I was here earlier. That's with no half damage ring. I guess I should see if they still die in one hit with the half damage ring. No, they don't. Okay. Probably take less overall damage if they die in one hit. Oops. Here's a level up. That guy dies one hit now too, cool. Let's save really quick. Oh, I never went this way. You're forced to fight that guy face to face. Maybe you can lure him out. Darm Key. Get to the tower. So I can see the chest from over there, okay. It's down there. How do I get down? Maybe that's another part of the floor that I can get to from a different door. I can kill the rolling boulders now, that's good. Heal ring, ooh. Lets me heal even indoors. Okay, so if I'm about to go outdoors, I may as well equip it there. Yeah, I figured. Does it work while I'm moving? Okay. Oh. I got confused on the geometry. I thought this was a brand new area. Chalaskin. Oh, there is an area to explore here. Saw it on the map. I'm glad. Just in case. Oh, shit. Ah! Ah! Okay. Oh my god. Everyone chill out. Doo-doo. Everything's fine. Goodness for the heal ring. So I'll get level 10 without having to really work for it too hard. Volume Hadal. Seems like progress. Jesus. Okay. I mean, I don't want to come this way just yet, but there's other things to do further in the dungeon. Let's try fighting him though, just for fun. He said ring doesn't matter here. Was this boss in East Origin? It seems familiar. I have to let it get dark, I see. Try one more time. I can't turn off my light, can I? Is it just a matter of, like, it seems like it's just you have to run into him and touch him the moment he becomes a bat. Oh, there we go. Holy shit! I did no damage! Okay. Roger. Wait till I get level 10, I guess. I'll explore elsewhere. These night guys get a lot of XP. Try to find my way before I die here. Oh, I found this path. Shit. I'm not gonna fully heal here, I'm just gonna partially heal. And go heal faster on the bridge area. Oh, I'm already almost to level up. Alright, so level 10, 255 HP, that makes sense. Maybe that makes enough difference that if I hit the bat guy, I can actually do damage to him. Let me put a note in my text file. 246.54, door needed to get to bat. Walk up and northwest past knight guarding door, continue west, then south, and around to that boss. You will encounter many knights en route. I'm probably not going to do that this stream, but be prepared for it for next time. XP is meaningless now, and gold has been meaningless for a minute. Is this the highest? No, there's one more tier of everything. Okay. Oh, that stacking is incredible. There's a lot of stuff to find deeper down here, I think, but... It wasn't that long ago that I was like, I was doing 0 damage to those ball guys. There's another one of those. Let me just check northeast. You said there's literally only one more place in the game where I need to use the evil mask to see a door. Okay. I'm glad there's not just a random door inside of this place. That would be really annoying. Does that connect back around? Okay, so somewhere there's what appears to be either a shortcut. There's 2 exits from this floor then, theoretically. I just wanted a circle, I know. I think the floor that has the way to the bat is the first floor with the purple beholder monster things. I think there's a mining pit 3 not far past here. No, that's the mining pit 2? Huh, okay, so it just circles around. So I think I might have found everything there is to find in this dungeon, and it's just time to go fight the bat, huh? I guess I have a level up now, so I should be able to, but... Alright, well, I'm about to go say, fuck you, future Marstead. Good luck, idiot. There's an extra healing potion. But I can't use those in the boss fight anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Give it a try. You fuck off, sir. Seven minutes to try. Ring doesn't matter. Guess I can save mid-boss fight, theoretically? No, I can't. Okay. That's good. I'd rather not feel like I need to save scum to succeed. Oh my god, you have to be so precise to get a single hit off. Okay, they do significantly less damage now, though, so that's nice. You motherfucking bats! First of all, how dare you? I'm gonna be leaving future Marstead with essentially a totally different game here, it seems like. Okay. So you have to do that like 15, maybe 20 times. Well, it's very random too. You're saying this is the strongest I can possibly be for this fight. It's crazy. Fuck. And no potions. It's gonna be crazy in the speedrun. I feel like there's something that I can do with its pattern to force it to transform sooner. I'll try to understand. I thought maybe it was it being in the darkness. It's like standing in a single spot without moving. Okay, I think I kind of get it. Not that much standing in a single spot. It's like if they travel along the same trajectory for long enough, they eventually start to coalesce into the bat. Seems like. It's really hard to tell when they're about to commit to coalescing. It looks like I can control it slightly. Like if I stand still here, they look like they come closer to coalescing when I'm making them move on the same track for a long period. If I keep running in circles, they don't want to, it seems like. right there. Still didn't get a hit off. Wow. Your window to do damage is pretty brutal. No, I don't think it is. Maybe speedrunners have figured it out. Yeah, see, they start moving faster when I'm standing still in an opposite corner. It's like if they're moving in the same direction for a long time, suddenly it decides it's going to transform. Yeah, there they started to and then didn't, because as soon as I moved, it like canceled it, it felt like. It's just 10% the length of the speedrun. That's really funny. How are they level 10 by the time they get here? Do they have to be? I need to get to level 10 with like max gear to be able to hurt it, because when I came in here before at level 9 with max gear, it still didn't take any damage. Alright. Well, I still have a couple minutes. I'll try one more time. And it still could hit me when I hit it in bat form. That's kind of mean. Depending on the angle I come at. Is this, when speedrunners are doing it, is it the pattern RNG or can they control it somehow? It seems like I can control it, but then I can't always tell. Maybe it like only likes to transform in certain spots on the screen as part of it. Why it feels like it's about to when it's in the corners. I'm gonna keep going with this attempt just in case. Over time slightly. This is a really mean boss fight. No! Fucking hell. I don't know if I got a hit off there. It does seem to transform faster at the end, at least. Which is very much a good thing for me. Turn on the heart rate monitor. Maybe it was just luck. You're lucky, future Marstead. You're about to have a really bad day, buddy. Oh, they gave me a heal. Alright, future Marstead, presumably you have to go this way through this door. You have 3 books of Ease. I think you need 3 more. There's going to be a place where you have to use the Mask of Eyes to open a door. You can teleport out of here with the wing. You just have to buy another one in town. Bump into enemies at an angle. Good luck. It's hard. This is your save, 77. Gets to level 10.